If he has cheated and he's broke, leave him. If he has cheated and he's rich, forgive him. If you're married and he's having an affair and he's broke, leave him. If you're married and he's having an affair but he has money and provides for you and looks after you, open the relationship, open the marriage. If he's still in touch with his ex and you're married and he's broke, leave him. If he's still in touch and friends with his ex and you're married and he's rich, invite her over for some tea. If he checks out other women over date night together and he's broke, leave him. If he checks out other women over date night together and he's a provider and he's rich,
propaganda tool.
So, still advocating for that word that starts with P and rhymes with Constitution, huh?
remember ladies, always be smart and play dumb. This is such toxic advice, how could you even say this? Most men cheat. If not all men cheat. Whenever a man betrays you, you need to be smart when to turn a blind eye and actually have the upper hand and be in charge of the relationship.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
You know, part of what you're saying is true. Men who make a lot of money do get away with a lot more crap just because they're rich. And since they know that, women who think like you just want their money, that's why they cheat. And when they get bored, they just replace you with a newer model. So there's no point in that relationship where you have the upper hand.
Men, just so there's no confusion, I'm going to show you exactly what a woman's first move is to show you that she's interested, okay? And that's it. And so when you see that, you approach.
You're kidding, right?
Stop it. Get some help.
Sweetie, get real. A lot of us men nowadays wouldn't approach, even if you had airport runway lights going directly to your box.
What?
See, I know that this might be a hard concept for you to understand, but our life doesn't revolve around you, lovely ladies. And sometimes, well, actually, a lot of the times lately, we just want to have a drink in peace without having to listen to a woman's BS.
How dare... Just recently saw a woman's video who said she broke up with her boyfriend 7 years ago, and almost immediately after the breakup, he started posting with him and another girl. She said she thinks that's odd because he never was somebody who posted. Never posted on Facebook, never posted on social media, but as soon as they broke up, he went Facebook official with her. The girl that he's now with, when she's on social media, she's always like hugging him or kissing him or, you know, posting videos of him grabbing her by the butt and saying things like, girl, I know you're watching, like, I know you're checking up on us, I know you're obsessed. And she's like, I low-key was watching. But if they're so happy, why are they always worried about me?
She rants self-righteously, as if women don't do the exact same thing to make their ex-boyfriends jealous.
Because they both hated you.
Bingo! Yahtzee!
Sometimes men are fully aware that the only reason why this woman is pursuing them is because she can't stand their girlfriend. She's in a one-sided beef with their girlfriend. She's jealous of their girlfriend. She wants to feel like she's just as good as their girlfriend. Of course we're the same. We have the same ex. And he wants you to believe that after 7 years, he's not heartbroken about you at all.
Sweetie, get real. He just trolled his ex, just like a lot of women do. And after that, he had several other girlfriends after her, and by the time 7 years had passed, he probably forgot she ever existed. But if she's still posting cringe about it 7 years later, trust me, she's the one that's heartbroken.
I probably scar her heart for life. That's too bad.
What?
Oh wow. Woman introduces her boyfriend to her TikTok audience and he's pretending to shoot people. Seriously, dude, just because you play GTA San Andreas doesn't mean you gotta be OG Loke in real life.
Hey, it's OG Loke, homie, and I'ma kick a little something like this. Hey, yo, when I come through up in the place, you don't want me to come with a gun in your face.
Pathetic.
For parenting and domestic household to women.
So that video is amazing. And I just have to rant because having a man child in the family is my family situation. I was raised watching that and I just don't understand. Like, it makes me so pissed that these men that are acting like they're totally disabled in the household, like they literally don't know where to buy bread and how to fry an egg, and I'm not kidding. And they're usually so alpha and so dominant. Like, I go to work, I make money, but I cannot do in the house. How are they so lucky that they find these women that mummy them?
Because there are still a lot of women who don't want to work for a living and just want to stay home and live off of their man's paycheck. Plus, nowadays doing housework just means pressing buttons on a few household appliances, then spending the rest of her day consuming TikTok brain rot, and at the end of the day, aside from the free housing, utilities, and food, she also gets free D from her husband. Also, in nowadays economy, a man who can afford to support a family on his paycheck alone is rare. So, being a stay-at-home wife is actually a luxury, which means she can brag about it and flex on her girlfriends.
Just like a woman.
And also a question for women who do that. How are you still sexually attracted to him? After being a literal mom to him, how are you finding him hot?
Simple. He makes money, and a lot of women nowadays find money more attractive than the man who earns it. That's how.
Sometimes I swallow, sometimes I spit. I think this time I'm gonna swallow.
You know, guys, allegedly, we live in the age of female empowerment, right? Which means this lovely lady could have done anything with her life. She could have went to college, could have become an aerospace engineer, and right now, she could have been designing rockets for SpaceX.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
But here she is, making a TikTok about catching male DNA with her face.
It's sad, isn't it?
I can't work full time. I'll never see the kids. Stay home and drink coffee, my queen.
Oh, great. Now your husband gets to work full time and he never gets to see the kids. I mean, look at the poor guy. They don't even let him inside the house. Now, jokes aside, this really is a problem, even if the husband can make enough money to have a stay-at-home wife, because when the stay-at-home wife gets bored and she files for divorce, she gets to claim that she should get full custody and, most importantly, a crap ton of child support because her stay-at-home ass was the primary caregiver and the kid's dad doesn't know the name of their school teachers or their doctor or what after-school activities they do because he was busy pulling 12-hour shifts so he could support a family with a stay-at-home wife.
Ironic.
So guys, if you don't want to get completely wrecked in the divorce, make sure she gets a job.
Why don't you get your ass up today? Go out and look for a job. The word today is job. J-O-B.
Divorce plunged in Kentucky. Equal custody for fathers is a big reason why. A law setting 50-50 shared custody as the state standard was hailed as a victory for fathers. But it puts mothers and children at risk, and literally, who knew this? Every mother in the world knew and knows this. You mean to tell me that the same men, these same fathers who refuse to participate in their own homes, who don't know their children's school, who don't know their kids' shoe size, who don't know what size clothes they wear, who don't know if they have any allergies.
Well, gee, literally what I just said in the previous clip.
Bruh.
Who don't know their birth dates, you mean to tell me these same dudes are getting 50-50 shared custody?
Indeed.
There's a reason it wasn't an automatic given for men to get 50-50 access to their children.
Yeah, because a lot of legislators simp for the women's vote and are willing to throw fathers under the bus to get them.
And it's because they are not participants. They are passers-by in their children's lives. They cannot care for them while they are married to their wives. They cannot care for them after the divorce.
Bullshit.
That has to be taken into consideration. These men that don't even know their own children. These men that don't know how to raise children because they just defaulted to their wives to do it.
Yeah, because they work a crap ton of hours, so you queens can stay home and drink coffee.
Are now getting 50-50 custody, and that's going to keep women in marriages that they don't want to be in.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
That's a forced hand. That's a forced way for marriages from women to stay married to these mediocre, lackluster,
Oh, shut up.
Sweetie, cut the crap. The main reason why this law cut the divorce rate in Kentucky by 25% is because automatic 50-50 custody means a lot less child support for the mother, if any at all, which means if she divorces her husband, she no longer has access to his money, and her standard of living takes a major hit, so the age of women divorcing their husbands while still having access to the husband's money while they get ran through by Chad Tyrone and Poopy the Clown is effectively over, in Kentucky at least, and you lovely ladies have only yourselves to blame.
How dare!
Because a lot of you have been abusing the system for decades, and the same legislators who used to simp for your vote realized in the last election that without the men's vote, they're pretty much screwed.
You're goddamn right.
And ladies, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but automatic 50-50 custody is just the beginning, because the next thing on the chopping block is no-fault divorce.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.